All right.
Mhm.
And we are back with another episode of Building a Dynasty. This is episode 21. I'm your co-host, Jace HD, aka Two Wavy Jason. And who am I with today?
You talking about the wrong
It's a
thing, bro.
podcast.
You
Did
said
I really
building our
say Building a
dynasty.
Dynasty?
Yes, we gotta
Did
restart,
I
bro.
really say Building a Dynasty? All right, my bad. I'm tripping.
Yes,
I
that's
will
why I was
say, I
like
will say, I
confused.
was recording my last episode for this Building a Dynasty, so you should go check it out.
You ain't gotta lie to kick in my nigga. You ain't gotta lie. You ain't gotta lie.
Welcome back to You Ain't Got a Lie podcast. This is episode 21. I'm your co-host, Jace AC, aka Two Wavy Jason, that is. And I'm with my best friend in the whole world. And what do you go by, sir? Let the world know what you go by.
Elf Money, or you can call me Money for short. How's everybody doing
I'm
today?
doing great myself. And to the people who are new here, seeing us for the first time, go ahead and hit that sub button. It'll take like 23 seconds. Just go ahead and click it. Make my day. Hit a like, and then share it to one of your homies. We'll greatly appreciate it. But we got some topics for y'all. We got some topics. None too crazy, but we're gonna start off talking about great places to go for first date. Some people, have different little ideas. So we're going to give our opinion on where we would like to go on first dates as well. And then we're going to talk about the whole infamous Cracker Barrel situation. Yes, everyone's talking about it. So, of course, we had to hop on it and give our takes as well for it. And last but definitely not least, our favorite thing in the world, sports. We're going to be talking about some more preseason stuff going on leading up to the NFL season. Money, how you doing today, baby?
I'm
good,
great.
man.
What
I'm
about
good.
you?
Another day, another dollar, as they say. And another day of doing this great podcast that I truly enjoy doing with you every weekend, man. So, without further ado,
Same here.
what are some of your favorite places to go for a first date? You want me to lead off or you want to go?
I'll go. Okay. I'll say a coffee shop, because I'll say it's good to get to know them, talk with them, have a conversation. I'll say an ice cream shop. That could be a good one. Mini golf. I'll say mini golf could be a good one, as long as y'all don't get too competitive against one another. No, now y'all get too competitive, then that's a whole different situation. I was reading on Reddit an interesting one. And I wonder what your thoughts on this is: a food truck. How do you feel about that one?
Food truck? That is such a random. Did you get these answers from Chat GPT, sir? You
No,
sure?
I'm sure.
You took a slight little pause, like the jig is up. That's what the pause meant to be, like you just got
No,
caught. But
no, I told you I got the food truck one
okay,
from Reddit.
a food truck is
I thought
very
it was. I
interesting
was
for
like,
a
"What's your
first date.
thoughts?"
It'll have to be like a plaza or like a park. I know they do something like that in the O, so I never went to it though. But as far as like that could be cool because then you can see different personality tastes. Like for example, if it's a taco food truck one there, then you can go out there and try different food and stuff like that. And then it's like okay, you can see their spice tolerance. Like some people really like spice, so it's like boom, you can go out there and see what they can, what can't handle. So that could be a different one. I've never personally done it, but that's not a bad idea.
Okay, I
Hmm.
got two more. No, three more.
Bowling,
Bowling.
okay.
Bowling is an interesting one. What do you think about an escape
Escape room
room?
could be fun.
You're learning to
Yes.
work together.
It shows you the escape room is good because it
And
shows you your
I
partner's patience
personally,
too. Like the person you're on a date with, if they have zero patience to help you figure it out, or they get super frustrated with you in that, sure. If you're frustrated with me in the game, I can't imagine having a conversation with you. So yes, escape room is a good one. I'll get to my point when you finish yours. What else you got? Laser
laser
tag's
tag.
different
I actually went to
for a
laser
first date.
tag for one.
Okay.
Yeah. It was pretty
Did
interesting.
you lose, bro?
You know, you're running around. Of course not.
I was making sure, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because you a sore
Maybe I'll.
loser, bro.
Hey, if I lost, bro, if I lost, I'll let her win, bro. Like I can break down certain places that you can, like from coffee shops, ice cream shops, mini golf. But I want to hear your list, and then I'll break down. Well, coffee shop, maybe Starbucks, or a little family place. Ice cream, you got to take it to
Cold
Cold
Stones is the
Stones.
best. Top five,
What you,
top
what you
five,
think
top
about
five,
Cold
top
Stones?
five.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, right there with you. I'm a big sweets person, so I think you can do something like you said. Cold Stones is a great idea. You said ice cream shops. Mini golf. I'm very competitive, being a former athlete, so something like mini golf, bowling. I personally like arcades because, as you would know, we're both gamers. So if I'm introducing someone to my life for the first time, obviously I gotta take you to an arcade because I love games. So depending on how they handle that situation will say a lot. So that's on my list if I was in that situation. A cooking class could be fun too because it shows one how they handle themselves in the kitchen. That's
Wow.
a different one. Um, Another one I like is zoos and aquariums. I secretly have a love for animals. As you know, I have a dog. Um, but yeah, so a zoo or aquarium. So socks, come here. Somebody said online you show your pets to help with views. Come here, boy. Sockies, come here. Now he acting shy. Come here, boy. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here.
It's
Yeah,
camera
he acting
shot
all
now.
shy. Come here. I'm trying to pick him up. He being weird. Yeah. Yeah. Make sure they can see you. Say hey, bro. How you being weird? Say hey, bro.
He's kidding.
Okay, now you. Okay, go, bro.
He's
Since you want
kidding.
to be
Camera
weird.
shot.
But yes, I'm low key love animals. So a zoo or aquarium will always be fun. Another thing you can do is different. Is like a walk in the park. You know what I'm saying? You can go on a walk in the park, get some fresh air,
I
botanical
seen
garden. You
that.
know, women love flowers, so you'll definitely be in there, a botanical garden, something like that. That would be cool. But yes, I'm big on the active ones. I do like the ideas of doing something active because one, how do you handle the situation? How do you feel about sweating? You know what I'm saying? Some girls be too cute to sweat. And it's like, if you're too cute to sweat on the first date, you know what I'm saying? Do you really like having fun? So, that's,
Oh,
yeah,
mini
mini
golf,
golf's a
top
good one,
golf.
top golf. I still remember when we went to,
What about
huh? Dave and Buster's, yeah,
Dave and
that falls on
Buster's?
our arcades, yeah.
What about
Dave
for
and
the
Buster's is a good
arcade,
one,
Dave
falls
and
on our
Buster's?
arcade, yep. I remember we went to Top Golf with your I think then girlfriend, not wife. I think y'all were just boyfriend and girlfriend at the time. And she was trying to swing the clubs. We like, money help her. And you took your uncoordinated ass up there trying to help her. Then you looked crazy. I might still have that video, yo. But yeah, that was a fun day. But yes, anything active, I'm always gonna be down for personally. What is something you like to do that most people might not like to do?
Yeah, and Top Golf
Yeah,
has
the
fire
food's
food.
good at Top Golf. What's something that money would like to do on the first date that someone else would be like, really?
Go to a bookstore because a lot of these bookstores like Barnes and Noble and Books a Million, they had a coffee shops, and then you can have you can find you a book that you want to buy, or check out, and have you coffee in a
Okay.
reading day. Because we have a Barnes and Noble in Wesley Chapel. They got that nice coffee shop in there. Yeah,
See,
that
when
you
I heard you
good to
say the
go with it.
bookstore, I thought you were gonna
Cause it's
bring up
huge.
Froyo. Like you seem like a Froyo kind of guy. Like, oh, I love me some Froyo. So I thought you were gonna go that direction. But yeah, bookstore. That's a cute one.
Hey, you want to.
So bookstore, that's a good one.
Yeah, hey, nothing wrong with Froyo now. All right, shoot. I give me some of that too. You know, throw some gummy bears
Oh
in
my
there, bro. You
goodness.
good to
You and
go.
adding candy to first of all, this is a tangent, but since you brought this up, Money likes M&Ms and ice cream. He likes to take chocolate M&Ms so they can get rock hard and break his teeth off eating his ice cream. That is the wildest thing ever. Same with anything like gummy bears and gummy worms. You put it in the ice cream, they're gonna get hard and they're not gonna be as. It's just a horrible experience. I just don't understand why you enjoy it.
I enjoy it because I enjoy the
So
taste,
you
bro.
like the feeling of your teeth about to fall out.
Bro, my teeth
Your
don't
dentist
fall
probably
out, bro.
hates you.
They still here.
Your dentist cannot stand you, nigga. So, but yeah, I just but no, those are all some good things. Anything act like I said, I tried to go to the bounce house thing. I forget what it's called, Space Zone, Bounce Zone, or something like that. When JU came to visit us when he was in Florida, whatever.
Hmm.
When we was in Florida, excuse me. But it was like hella kids there, so I don't think
Hmm.
that would be a good spot. Like if it was like an older crowd, but it was like hella like teenagers and stuff like that. I'm like, that might be too old for this. But the idea is fun. The idea sounds
Yeah.
fun. What are some bad places for a first date?
Some people are saying the mall.
Yeah, it's overwhelming.
Okay, I
Yeah,
think the
mall
the
can be
mall.
overwhelming because it's all these different shops, people trying to buy you stuff, and then it's like, are you gonna feel peer pressure to buy something to try to impress your date? And it's yeah, I agree. Mall's a bad one. Even with the food court, it's a lot of different food options. Y'all gonna stay in two different lines. Y'all gonna get food from the same place, or if you only brought enough food for X, Y, and Z. So yeah, gotta be careful in the mall.
I'll say the mall. I'll say I know you like to be active, but I'll say rock climbing, because what if you took her on a first date, but you're like, hey, let's go rock climbing, but before you told her rock climbing, she already had heels on.
Well, that's
Now
on you though.
everything
No, that's
awkward.
on you because obviously, if you're planning a date, you tell your date what are you guys doing. You don't just tell your date, oh, let's go on a date. If I pick you up at 6, and you see her, suited and booted with a dress on and heels, talking about something, we going rock climbing. You just suck at planning dates. That's something you tell the person you're going on a date with.
I don't think rock climbing will be a good one anyways, because I'm like, I think you have to get to know her
I
more before
disagree.
you take
I
a rock
disagree.
climbing.
That's the perfect first date because you go on that. First of all, it depends. Like you're not physically active. Like you're not anymore. Not since you graduated high school. You don't work out like that. So someone who is physically fit and loves the outdoors, that would be great for rock climbing. So they'll take that person. And if the girl is complaining or not enjoying it, you know right away this isn't someone that you're compatible with. Especially if this is something you truly enjoy. I think first dates should really be, especially now that we're older, first dates should be more tailored towards can I see myself dealing with this person for an extended amount of time? So if I'm on a date with you and I feel like it's just not there, like I feel like you should do dates that's gonna, for example, like I said with the arcade, gaming's a big part of my life. It's my biggest stress reliever. So if I take a girl to an arcade and she's just hating the experience, she's not even trying to play the game, she looks like she's ready to go, then it's like, okay, cool. I know this is for one I'm probably not compatible with. Because I know how much gaming means to me. Like, in a perfect world, I love for me and her to game one day. So, yes.
What are a few for you?
I
And then I
think a
get back to
bad
mine.
first date would be like one of those cafes or restaurants that turns into like a club sort of thing. They be playing music and all that stuff like that. You can't really talk over, it's hard to talk over loud music. So I think that's a bad, especially for a first date. That's a bad place to go. Um, Another bad one, I would say, I guess dinner and movies kind of played out. Like if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it the right way. You go to a lot of people don't plan this out. If you're gonna do dinner and a movie, I would say you go to the movie first and then dinner, so you have something to talk about over dinner, opposed to you being awkwardly there and then trying to find a common ground. If you watch the movie, you already have a common ground. But like I said, that's high school at this point. Like you gotta take these people. So now I do think another bad date is taking someone to an expensive restaurant. So like Ocean Prime or whatever it's called, Ruth Chris, any of those type of places, I think that's a bad first date because unless you're in that bracket, you're setting a very high expectation. You're setting a very high expectation and level to be like, oh girl, he do this is regular for him. He took me a Ruth Chris for the first date.
I got a
Exactly. So
counter.
now, why we at Applebee's? What you mean why we at Applebee's? You took me to Ruth Chris last time. Why we at Applebee's? So you gotta play to your level, man. You cannot go out there balling. Now, obviously, it's your girl of a year and it's an anniversary. Cool, yeah, take it out like that. But the first date, do not take a girl on the first date. Even if you can afford it, I still don't recommend it because, like I said, they gon' well, why are we getting to go if we already had this before? It sets those type of expectations, and it's never good news. It's never good news, and it never goes well, in my opinion.
I'll say the only time you take it a roof, Chris, or whatever, is if they have like some type of special deal, but still, like you said,
Exactly,
she'll
setting that
expect you
precedent.
to go to those
Hmm.
higher class restaurants. Yeah,
It's like that video from a couple years ago where the girl was mad that they went to Cheesecake Factory. You remember? And she had that ugly dress on with that purple lipstick.
yeah.
He took me to Cheesecake Factory dressed like this, like she was just the baddest bitch in the room. And it's like, stop it. That was on you, shorty. That was 100% on you. And then he explains how he had dinner reservations for a nice place, and she wasn't ready by the time he said he needed her to ready. So yes, definitely don't take no girl to no nice, super nice restaurant on the
Did you
first
see
date.
that other
What
video?
other video?
A guy took a girl to a expensive restaurant, and she didn't even know, like, she didn't even have no table manners, eating the steak and stuff, and he was like, "Yeah, this is our
What do you
first and
mean?
last date." Because she didn't have good table manners. She wanted to go somewhere expensive with bad table manners. Using your hands and all that stuff, eating a steak, and
She used a
it was
hand to
just
eat a steak,
bad,
so she
bro.
didn't like cut it. I mean, that don't. Some
Man,
people that don't
she
matter to
was doing
them.
all
Some
types
people
of
that don't
things,
matter to
bro.
them. So it all depends.
I don't like being looked at like that. I'm just be honest.
People gonna look at you regardless, man. You get that attention on you. But yeah, it all depends. It all depends. Like some people, like I said, some people don't care about that. It was a comedian telling this joke where she was like, she was briefly seeing a guy and he invited her to a cookout or whatever. And so they're at the cookout and he has a burger and she's like, yo, I'm finna go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back. And she's like, oh, you want me to hold your burger? He's like, nah, I got it. And so she's like, he takes the burger into the bathroom. And so she was like, so he takes his burger in the bathroom and she's like immediately turned off. She's like, well, about time for me to head out. And so she said when he come back, the burger has bite marks in it. So she was like, I know you fucking lying. So you mean to tell me you wouldn't have taken the piss and eating the burger at the same time? Oh, I can't do this. It
What about a sports game? You think that'd be a good first date?
depends on how you came across the tickets. Like you just bought the tickets or she bought the tickets because once
Okay.
again you setting a precedent. Like well, our first date we had a luxury suite at the Bucks game and it was awesome. It was all you can eat food. It's like, well, I got them tickets from work and you just have to be the person I want to take out. So yeah, so you know what I'm saying. So it's little intricate details, man. If you're upfront about it, then yeah, that's cool too. Or unless you find some, some good
Yeah.
nosebleed tickets, they're like, all right, let's go. And then if it's a nosebleed, they know like, okay, these aren't the best seats, but we are at the game. So it's all about setting that expectation. You don't want to put too much pressure on yourself to have to follow something too extravagant. That's why I never care for niggas that
I
fake
agree.
it and he rented a car, he rented a new Mercedes to impress her for her first date. Eventually, you gotta return that rental, my boy. So what you gonna do then? What you gonna say when you pull up in your 1997 Camry? You know what I'm saying? So it's
Them dudes
exactly,
fake it
man.
till they
It
make
ain't
it,
worth
bro.
it. Ain't no female worth faking it like that. Ain't no female worth putting myself in financial debt to impress a woman. Like, that's wild to me. That means she's not for me.
You know what? I think a interesting one, going to a drive-in movie. I think that could
Driving
be an
movie could be
interesting
fun.
one too. Because y'all could talk and you could turn it down and have a conversation. You could have went to Dollar Tree or Dollar General or somewhere, got you some snacks,
Yeah.
have it in a car.
I think,
You know,
like I said earlier, like I think any dates that challenges the person you're with can be fun. And when I say challenge, that means how do you handle them, for example, talking during the movie. I know some people that do not talk to them during the movie, or some people like to talk during the movie. Some people can't sit still for that long, so it allows you to see how they watch the movie, and you can be yourself and see how they handle you watching movies. So yeah, so that'll be definitely. Are they going to eat all the snacks and expect you to go get more during the movie? So yeah, it's a lot of that's a good one to drive in. Cause ain't nothing worse if you watch a movie and you getting into it and
yeah.
they turn the volume down. So I was thinking tomorrow is like, yo, this is the best time you want to talk about this.
But yeah, I have a drive-in place near me, so I was like, that's a good one for
When the
a
last time you been
movie.
to a
I mean,
drive-in?
you're not in the theater. It's been forever. I remember in South Florida they used to have them on a regular, but last time I've been to one, I
I don't
can't
think I've ever
remember,
been to
bro.
one honestly. If I did,
It's
I
been
was a
so
kid.
long
I've
ago.
never been to a drive-in before.
I've been like one, maybe two. Shoot, I'm gonna have to go to the
Sound
one down
like
the
it,
street
man.
from me. Go there just
Take
to
the
go.
wifey out.
Shoot, grab my snacks. Yeah, grab my snacks and everything. Be ready to go. Hey, the good thing about the drive-in, you ain't gotta
Yeah,
hide the snacks,
you
bro.
bring him. Just
You ain't
leave it
gotta
in your
hide the
front seat of the
snacks.
bag, yo.
You,
Yo, I don't know if you remember, it was a when I
what can
was
they say?
working, where was that? Family Dollar years ago. Remember that when I was working that job? Awful job, by the way. But I was working at Family
Hmm.
Dollar, and we were like maybe 5 minutes away max from a drive-in movie theater. So anytime they had like a good movie playing, we'll get real busy with people coming in buying up the snacks before they go to the drive-in. Because apparently they sold snacks there, but it was like hella overpriced. So they'll come into the dollar store and buy a bunch of the candy and stuff like that and go enjoy their movie.
See? Hey,
Yeah,
they already knew. Now you gotta go
I
find
know,
one and
right?
go to it.
Jersey's so weird. It'll be 40 minutes away from me.
Like I said, the closest one is about 10, 15. Not that far. They got this big old big screen and everything. So I'm like, hey, I want to try it out. All right, so you done with the topics regarding the best places for the first date, or or you got
I
some
think
more?
I'm good on that one. Moving on to our next topic. We're going to be talking about Cracker Barrel. Yes, apparently a lot of people are up in arms that Cracker Barrel has changed their logo as well as making other changes to their brand. And first and foremost, I feel like you can never knock someone for trying to, what's the word? Trying to grow. You know, it's nothing that wrong with people trying to grow. Now, does it always work out? No. But you can't blame somebody for trying to grow and be a better version of themselves. And also, apparently, Money has found out they've been losing money. So, before we hop into it, I will say people being mad about them changing the logo, I think that's good. I like it. I like the new logo. People talking about something they missed the old man, the barrel. And I'll be completely transparent. I always thought the logo was racist. I never ate a Cracker Barrel. Never cared for a Cracker Barrel. Just every time I see it, I just think of a bunch of old white people in there eating the food. I just can't. Never care for Cracker Barrel. So people being mad about them switching the logo is like, no. The only time I kind of agree with it was the rebranding of Aunt Jemima became Pearl Mill. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it's that big of a deal. What is your feelings towards this Money?
Okay, well, I'm gonna break it down for a lot of people who don't know. The day that Cracker Barrel decided to change their brand, they lost over $100 million in the stock market. I'll say in the past 5 days, it's been down 11.82%, which is $7.24, or it could be $7.29 around those prices, and it went from 61.69 to 54.40. So over $100 million drop. I'll say my thoughts on it was a lot of places decide to change their logos. I'll say a lot of people are talking about it's part of their woke thing or DEI or whatever. I'm like, what if the new CEO was like, hey, I
Yeah,
want something different. I'm tired of looking at the same logo. I'm like, people are saying it's bland and generic, calling it brand suicide. I don't think it's bland suicide. I think, with anything, when you change, when you start something new, it's going to be backlash and you're going to go down before you
absolutely.
go up. Think about it. When we first started the podcast, we did a few episodes before we're familiar with one another. So I'll say with the Crackle Barrel, the new CEO wants to have her own legacy. That's probably another thing.
Nah, there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with people trying to rebrand themselves and find creative ways to get more people, more eyes on them. I mean, you know what they say in show business: good press is bad, bad press is good press. So people talking about Cracker Barrel just put more eyes on them, which at the end of the day is good.
Yeah, and like you said, you were saying you thought it was racist. Well, with the new logo, more people might feel more
Correct.
welcome to go there. Personally, I went to Cracker Barrel because it's down the street, and is hey, they had some pancakes. I would go there here and there sometime during breakfast and stuff, and they would have some good deals. And the wife, she liked Cracker Barrel, so that's the main reason why I
How did
really
you feel
went there.
about it?
But
Did you like
I
Cracker
understand what you're
Barrel?
saying with the new. Well, I'll say, did I like the
The
food
food.
or
I
like being
mean,
in there?
I hope you don't go nowhere you don't like being in. The food. How was the food?
I
Okay.
like the food. I think they're willing to try new things. Like they have this new menu. It's called like the campfire menu, and they had different things like the campfire shrimp and chicken, and the food was really good. And then they have a s'mores thing. I don't think every Cracker Barrel has that one, but it has like with graham crackers and chocolate with brownies, and it looks really good. So I'm like, I think this new CEO is someone who's trying to be innovative, and they're not trying to be stuck in one box. That's what I think they're making the
Right.
decisions they're making. And I agree with you. Uh, more people are looking at it because people are like, yeah, you heard about Cracker Barrel? They lost all this money. They might that loss could lead to many things. Like, what if they decide, hey, let's cut our prices by $1 or $2, and then more people are like, hey,
Yeah.
let's go. Their prices are cheaper than everyone's. So the press, it could help them in the end. In the long
Because
run.
think about how many people have Googled Cracker Barrel in the past 48 hours.
You know what, Jay? I wonder who are the people that are complaining. I wish we could always match face to
Yeah.
the complaints. That's another question we're gonna have. Who are the people, the main ones? Because like I said, I was seeing things, people talking about they're woke, and they're alienating the customer base and all this and that. And I'm like, how they're alienating the customer base? They're saying, hey, we're gonna
Right.
have a
Which
new
makes no
logo,
sense.
and
Which feeds into my theory of that logo being
yeah,
racist as hell. So it's like when the Commanders switched over, how
yeah,
many people were truly offended and how many people were trying to speak for people who didn't need you to speak for them.
hmm like I said, I never really paid too much attention to the logo. I just went for the food, bro. They got some good biscuits. Low key. I begin to honey on it, bro. I ain't gonna even front to you, bro. It's good. I like the
Little
biscuits.
honey biscuit, bro.
Hey, now they changed the logo, you might hey, now they changed the logo, you might be willing to
I'll
go
think
now.
about it. We'll see. Anything else you got on it?
I'll say I'm a follow Cracker Barrel stock, these next few weeks and see what happens to it. I'll say I might have to do it the next few months and see, if it eventually recovers or just, goes down even more
Right.
because we don't know. I think personally in the long term, it's gonna
Of
go,
course.
back.
Because
That's what
like
I
anything
think.
in the social media era, it's in your face for 2 days and then they're on to the next thing. Moving along to our last topic of the day. We got some NFL preseason going on. So this one, we're going to talk about my beloved Carolina Panthers and Money's favorite team in the world, Miami Dolphins. We're going to talk about three guys on the bubble we believe who unfortunately may get cut. And I was watching the nightcap earlier, and Shannon said something that was truly heartfelt. Like a lot of these guys, sadly, this will be their last time playing football, and it's the reality of life. It's the reality of the business. But some of them will get another chance in Canada. Some of them will get another chance, with another team. Some of them will be putting on pads for the last time. And it's hard. It's hard. I
UFL?
mean, yeah, but some of them guys, this is it for them, and it's hard. Speaking from especially my experience, like it's hard. Especially my biggest thing was I was never told I wasn't good enough. So a lot of those guys are being told that for the first time in their careers. Like you've been the best player on Pop Warner, you've been the best player on your high school team, you was the best player on your college team, and then you get to the league and they're saying you're not good enough. So that's a real big, mental check that some people will struggle with. So to all those young men out there that are going to experience that, just keep your head up. I wish them nothing but the best. But unfortunately, that's the way the nature of the business. You know, some guys just unfortunately it has to come to an end for everyone eventually, but some faster than others. But my three guys on the bubble for the Carolina Panthers. So first on the bubble I have is Adam Thielen. He is our most experienced wide receiver on the team, but unfortunately he's also the oldest at 35. I think he's like our third oldest player behind our long snapper. I think Andy Dalton's 37, and then it's him. So yeah, it's been rumors floating around that he may get traded, which I'm not sure who would want to trade for Adam Thielen, but I've been seeing some rumors pop up. The thing though, if he was to get traded, that would leave our receiver room being led by rookies and second year players. Because we got Jalen Coker, who's a second year player, XL, who's a second year player, Ted McMillan is a rookie, and then that leaves Hunter Renfro, who may not make the team either. So we could potentially have our starting wide out and slot receiver all be first or second year players. Um, I wouldn't like Allen to leave. He gives us a veteran presence. He was a top receiver at one point in his career, so he knows how to do the business. He knows how to handle things. I think he'll be a good mentor for T-Mac, as they've been calling Tet. I'm just going to call him Tet. Like, there's only one T-Mac, and that's Tracy McGrady. Born and raised in Florida, straight out of Polk County. But don't get me started. But yes, Tet, I think that would be a good role model for Tet, showing how to be a professional, showing how to handle adversity. So I love having Allen Thielen on for that reason. I hate to see him go, but I do see him potentially getting cut because he is the older wide receiver in that room, and he got hurt a lot last year. We had that one super productive year, his first year with us. Then last year he was hurt a lot, and I just don't see the team give him another chance. If he does get kept, he's not going to have such a big role, and he has to be okay with, which I don't see him having an issue with. I think he understands he's getting older. He's not that same player he was. So that is the first person on my bubble. Next, I have Raheem Blackshear. I've not heard his name once this whole preseason, which I think if no one's not saying your name, it's not a good thing. He was brought in to be an option in the backfield as well as give us a boost in special team returning kicks and punts. But we have a couple guys on the team already can do that. Jimmy Horn can return punts. You know what I'm saying? We have J.C. Horn who can return punts. Obviously, he's not because he's $1 million man. But those are people that we have guys who can do that role. I don't see any reason to keep him. We brought, like I said, he was mainly going to be a special teams guy. That backfield is very crowded with 4 other running backs, not even including Jonathan Brooks, who's going to be on IR for this year. So I just don't see him getting time. If he does, it'll be strictly special teams. So that's his best bet, but I got him being cut. And last but not least, a guy who I had a lot of high hopes for, who is actually very useful in Madden if you can get your hands on him, DJ Johnson. Very fast edge rusher who I believed in from the moment we drafted him because of his blazing speed. Was hoping he would develop and put it together, but going into year 3, he's not. He hasn't been able to put it together, which at his age, he's 27 going into year 3. So him being 27, it being year 3, he's not going to be the guy that I thought he would running a 4.46 40 at 6'4", 260 pounds. And then my last guy I'm going to talk about, the one standout that I really like and has some good opinions on, was Lathan Ransom out of Ohio State. We took him in the 4th round, safety. Honestly, I didn't think he would make the roster. I wasn't too impressed with his film at Ohio State, even though Ohio State, runs a very good program there. He didn't never wow me. He didn't impress me, which is why he fell to the 4th round, I believe. But since he got in Carolina, he's been a stud, making plays left to right. Even had a hell of an interception against the Steelers the other day, which got me real hyped. So he's been looking good. Honestly, Money, he's playing well enough to where he could start. The only reason he's not going to start is because we just gave Trey a boatload of money. Any thoughts and opinions on any of the guys? Yes.
Question:
Can he play
Can he play
corner?
corner?
He's not the fastest, but he has great reaction and anticipation. So I would be open to giving him an opportunity there. I do know they like I do
In the
know they
slot?
like what's his name? Cameron Wade. I forget his name. Cameron Wade or something like that. Cameron Wade is real popular. Obviously, J.C. Horn just got paid too much money, so he's going to be obviously there. We got Bartholomew, but I don't think Bartholomew will make the team. Yeah, he can potentially play that slot. Like I said, he has great anticipation. He's not the quickest guy, but he's long ranging player. So potentially, he could potentially start at the slot.
That's what I was wondering. Because I'm like, hey, you're like he a
Yes,
baller. He's
he's
around the
definitely a ball
ball.
hawk.
Hey, he can't play safety, but he could probably play. He could probably play slot. Maybe how big is he big enough to play a
No,
little
he's
bit of
not that big. He's
linebacker?
like 6'2", 208. Let me see. Sorry, I wasn't prepared for
Okay,
that question. Let me pull it up real quick.
that means it's a good question, bro.
He's 6', 206. I was close. And he runs a 4.5 40.
Yeah,
No,
he
he's too
can't play
small for
linebacker.
linebacker. 37-inch vertical, 20 reps on bench. So he's physical though. So he could go out there and jam somebody at the line. So I guess he could play that slot corner role. He's definitely been one I had to give props.
Because you don't need to be the
Exactly. He needs to be
fastest to play
physical,
that.
be able to be quick with somebody, and that anticipation. And he has it. So far, he showed me he has it. I like him a lot.
And he got a
Yes,
bit of tackle.
obviously, being a safety, he can tackle. So he's definitely somebody I'm happy about. He's looking good in camp. Whether
Okay, I got a few for you.
hmm
Okay. We drafted him in the 4th round in 2022. Eric
take your time.
Eric E is all I'm gonna call him. I'm not gonna say his name. Eric E, wide receiver. We drafted him in the 4th round, 2022. He has 5 receptions for
In the
zero
preseason,
yards. I'll say in the
yikes.
preseason, bro. He's been injured the past few years. I think he's him being a 4th round pick. I think they're going to go in a separate direction just because you're not putting up any production, and if you're whenever we need you to be
Right.
available, you're not playing. I'll say another one is Cam Smith.
Yeah, we
You
seen the
know how I
train
feel
coming
about
though.
this one. Cam,
This is his opportunity.
he, Jay, he hasn't. He's getting. Storm
And I
Duck is
think
starting
Storm
over
Duck
him,
is
bro.
bad. Storm Duck is bad, man. I remember him in Carolina, bro. He's bad.
And Eric, Cam Smith, like Eric was drafted, but Cam Smith was drafted in the second round in 2023. He, I remember I had hope for him because you had Xavier Howard and Jalen Ramsey hyping him up. Like when we had Fangio, they were like, "Yeah, man, Fangio just didn't like him," and so
So
on and
far, it look
so
like
on.
Vic was right.
Well, Fangio goes Yeah, Fangio goes to the Eagles and wins the Super Bowl, and we have a new defense coordinator. He's
Pause. To
still
be
not
fair,
playing,
money.
and this is
You
going
was
into
you
year
was
three.
upset Vic wasn't playing them too. You was like, we
I
got this guy in
was,
the second round, and
I
Xavier
was.
saying this, and Jalen saying this, and all these guys are saying he's good, but he's not playing them. Then he finally gets out there, and he's stinking up the place.
No, he can't. He's like Eric.
Mm.
He can't stay healthy. He can't stay healthy. You're a second round pick, and you can't even play over undrafted rookies. Ethan Bonner and Storm Duck is playing over him. We brought in guys like Mike. We brought in Mike Hilton. And all and Jack Jones and stuff like that to play over him. I think this is the beginning for the end. If he makes it, it's just because he was a second round
Yeah.
pick in 2023. But I think they're just done with him. They say he has maturity
That never
issues
helps.
too. And then my last one is, yeah, yeah, my last one is Taj Washington. We drafted him in the seventh round in 2023. He was drafted in the same draft as Malik
Okay.
Washington. I thought they were brothers at the beginning, but I found out they weren't. He just hasn't flashed me. And I'm gonna say the reason why I say Eric and Taj Washington, um, why I was saying I think they're gonna be cut is because we had two receivers that's
Hmm.
played really well. And D Estridge, who's been really good, and we have a guy that was undrafted, and Theo Wise Jr. He had a huge game last game with Quinn Ears. Ears was targeting him. He had two touchdowns. So I think he's going to make the team because he was undrafted. So, I like to see that. He's balling. I think there's no reason he should be on a practice squad. You need to be on a team. He's one of the only receivers the Dolphins have with size.
Mm.
He's like 6'2". Besides Nick Westbrook, all other receivers are 5'9",
Didn't
5'10".
y'all get I think it is Westbrook I'm thinking of. From Tennessee?
Yeah.
How's he looked?
Yeah. I
Mm,
haven't seen much from
that's
him, to
not
be
good.
honest. I don't
Cause
know
he
how
looked
good he
good
is.
the towards the end of the year in Tennessee. So y'all need somebody who's a
Uh,
decent number two receiver and a pretty good number three receiver because he's gonna get a lot of number two reps because unfortunately Jalen Waddle is gonna miss time. And you and I both love Jalen Waddle.
Tyreek Hill
Tyreek been
hasn't
hurt
been
during
healthy.
camp. Is he hurt or is he want to raise hurt?
Yeah.
Because I've been hearing rumors that he wants to raise. So
He's
he's
been
legit
hurt.
hurt.
Well, it seemed like
That's
he's
not
legit
good.
hurt. And Jay, let's just call it what it is, right? When you're hurt and your money ain't always there, your injury's gonna take a little
Yeah,
bit
yeah, for
longer to
sure.
heal.
Like Micah Parson. He hasn't had a tight back since they started mini camp.
So I don't know, bro. I'm gonna just be honest with you. It seemed like he legit hurt because he had surgery this year. But let me ask you this, because we're talking about the Dolphins. If you're going to cut Tyreek Hill after the season because you're not going to pay him 59 million, why not just trade him this year? Get something for him
Well, some
instead of just
teams are
cutting him,
savvy enough to know you got to get up
right?
off them. A lot of teams already anticipated it because we've been hearing rumors that he wants to get traded. So now you got to find a team that's going to take his contract. Who's going to take his contract? Who has cap room to take his contract? And a lot of the teams that can take his contract are AFC teams. So do you want to keep Tyreek Hill in the AFC?
Hey
Absolutely
Jay,
not.
Jay, if you cut him, he can go. He can go to
Yeah.
wherever team he
It
wants to go
sadly
to.
sounds like a lose-lose.
So it's
But you are correct. They're not going to pay him
yeah.
59
So
million.
everybody's yeah, Jay, and everybody's like, well, if we trade him, that means we're punting on the season. Well, if we keep him and then cut him, then we got nothing from
You ain't
him,
going to have no cap room.
and do we really
You
expect
already
us
got
to have
Tua's
a
contract, and now you got
yeah?
the second biggest
We're gonna
per year behind Dak Prescott. And God forbid he gets hurt.
Jay, he
Yeah,
59 million. Jay, they said if they cut him, they'll only have like 9 million in cap space next year, and that's because they cut Tyreek Hill. So why
yeah.
not
Try to
trade
get
him for
up off him.
something? There's so many. You probably can get a third. I would call up San Fran. Hey, give us a second or a third, because why keep him? You're
Right.
gonna cut him next season, and then think about it like this, Jay. If you're bad and you got to trade him during the trading deadline, you're probably at best gonna get a fourth or a fifth, and most of those team players
Definitely
don't
should get
make the
rid of him
team,
now while he still has
or there's a
name
coin
value
flip
before he
issue.
loses that.
I agree. I agree. But you're talking about camp standouts. Well, Theo Wise, he had, like I said, 2 touchdowns. Quinn Ears has been playing pretty good. Everybody thinks he should start over. He should be the backup
Wow.
over Zach
Will
Wilson.
y'all keep three quarterbacks
And
into the season?
I gotta, I don't see how you could put Quinn Ears on a practice squad and he don't get picked up by anybody.
That's what they're saying about Cleveland too. That's why they don't think Shador or Dillon going to get cut. They think they're going to keep 4 quarterbacks.
I think it's ridiculous to have that many quarterbacks because you're thin in another position. Like three is the most I would
Now,
keep.
even then, I don't feel good about it.
Like
I
somebody
don't
could be
feel
the
good about
development
keeping three
quarterback.
quarterbacks.
Yeah,
But I agree with you. 3 is the most I would keep.
I'm gonna say this. Another win, another camp standout. Jay, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna give you a tip for in fantasy football. I didn't tell dudes in the fantasy league that I'm in this because I didn't ruin it. Want to ruin a trade, but I think by the end of the season, Ollie Gordon is gonna be the bell cow
Mm.
running back in Miami. The reason why? Think about this, Jay. Right. I was having a conversation with another Dolphins fan, and I was like, if you look at Chris Greer and his draft history, he drafts good players, but they're
Yes.
always injury prone. Austin Jackson, right tackle, injured right now. Jalen Waddle,
Always
he's
injured.
always limping, bro. Have you
You just
noticed
mentioned you
that?
believe he walks with a limp.
Then you got Tua,
A
A
Chain's always
Chain,
hurt, yeah. Even Robert Hunt, when he was there, dealt with a
Jalen
lot of
Phillips,
injuries.
Eric. Yeah, and Jalen Phillips, we drafted him in the
Injury
first round,
prone, yeah.
injury prone too. So I'm gonna just be honest with you, Jerry. Jay. I don't think I think A Chain is going to be like a how do I say it? He's gonna be like how everybody says Debo can play running back and receiver. I think A Chain is gonna play more of that role this year as an offensive weapon because he can't take all those carries. He's always been injured. Jay, can you name a season A Chain hasn't missed a few games, at least 5 games or
No, yeah.
something like that?
His
Can you
rookie
name
year, he
one?
missed games.
Ever
His
since his
rookie
rookie
year, he
year.
missed games with injury. So, yeah, you're right.
And guess what, Jay? Gordon best chance of playing is right now. And the reason why is A Chain's hurt and our boy Wright is hurt too.
That is unfortunate. A lot of big decisions need to be made in Miami.
And I like Wright, Jay. I really like Wright, and I thought he was going to be our feature back. But like we say, the best ability
Yeah.
is availability. And if you're not
And
available,
it just
how
never
can you
seemed
say,
like
hey,
he had a
because
chance to
Tyreek
beat
Hill came out
out
and said that.
A Chain either. Yeah.
A Chain, Well, well, Jay, he fumbled in a preseason game for one, and for two, he hasn't
Yeah.
been healthy as much. They said, "Oh, Jay, let me ask you this: as playing football, what is one thing that will keep a running back off the field?"
Fumbling the ball. Another
Another
one.
one.
Not blocking for the quarterback.
He's not a good pass blocker.
Got blocked for the quarterback. If you ain't trying to stick your nose in there. I remember in high school we had a running back. Shane was fast as hell. He could shake somebody, outrun everybody. But they told him because in the beginning Shane didn't want to block nobody. They told him like, listen, son, if you ain't gonna, he's like, you can't gonna play for us. You don't block. So eventually he got together and started blocking. But for the longest, Shane wasn't blocking nobody. Shane would not put his nose in there.
Yeah, they say that's the thing with A Chain and Wright. They're not great pass
Ain't
blockers,
Chain's
but A
tiny.
Chain is not. A Chain is what, like
Yes, he's
180.
tiny.
Jay, you were bigger than Jay. He's 180. That's what I'm saying. Like that's why I'm like if you look at the Gordon, he's 6'2", 220. He won the year before he went to the draft. He was running back of the year. I think Gordon is going to end up becoming a starter in Miami because A Chain's
Mm.
going to get hurt. Like I'm gonna just be honest with I'm gonna be honest with you. Unless I see A Chain in the fourth or fifth or sixth round, I'm passing on him, bro. People are drafting him in the first round. They're gonna be
Yeah.
highly disappointed.
He's tiny,
I ain't
man. I mean,
drafting him.
obviously he has that breathtaking. He has that ability to take your breath away on the play, but man, he is tiny. So that's gonna be his biggest downfall.
Hey Jay, I'm drafting Ollie Gordon though.
Yeah, I mean he's gonna miss time. So hopefully, I mean maybe Ali Gordon can turn it into a timeshare situation, but only time will tell.
But here's my prediction, Jay. Here's my prediction. And I'm gonna say, I may people may think I'm crazy, but my prediction is Tyreek Hill is gonna get traded and they're gonna play A Chain in a
Mm.
receiver role. And he's going to play a lot alongside Waddle, and they're going to put him in the backfield too. But I think Alec Gordon's going to become the bell cow. He can do it like if he, as long as he can catch the ball, I think he'll be good because he can run. Like think about it, he got good size at
Yes.
6'2", 220. He can pass block. So I think he's gonna. That was a good pick by the GM. I love that pick. I was
Yeah.
happy he made
I
the
mean he
pick.
had a
I'm gonna
bad
be
year
honest with
last
you.
year, but the year
And you and
before he
you and you
definitely
think
was
I got a
considered one
problem
of the
drafting
top
running
backs
backs?
in the country. So hopefully he can return to that form, show us that spark again. So you never want to see nobody fail. So maybe going to Miami might have been the best thing for him because based on how he played, well, I'm going to say his sophomore year,
Yeah.
he's a first round pick, so he could have ended up on a complete different team. I also think something that you should keep an eye out for: Brees Hall is going to get traded. Brees is going to get moved at some point. So
Mm.
I've been hearing a lot of people talk about Braylon Allen during
So you
camp
think
and how they want to transition to a timeshare, and Brees isn't a fan of it.
let me ask you this, Jay. Do you think Braylon Allen would have started for y'all?
For Carolina, potentially. I think Braylon Allen was a starter for Dallas, the team that should have drafted him 2 years ago. But I mean, Jonathan Brooks
He possibly
is
could
a
have started for
question mark.
Miami.
Chuba Herbert was not good at football until last year. I don't know where that came for. Let's see if he can replicate it. He also is coming off an injury, so highly doubt he's going to play like he did last year. But we'll see though. We'll see. We'll see what it's looking like. That is our biggest question mark. Our backfield. We got Rico Dow, so he was a good. He was a decent running back last year. He broke the 1,000-yard mark. He was Dallas Cowboys' first 1,000-yard rusher as an undrafted rookie. Excuse me, as an undrafted player. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We got some guys who should be decent at best.
Okay. Well, I'm interested to see what happens with this season, but I think Allen, but me and you both agree, Allen was a good bet. He's
Yeah.
young too. He got that
Mhm.
size. That and you say Bree, and I remember the Jets were in trade talks regarding Brees Hall too. And oh, another thing I got to bring up to you. The Dolphins fans were like, "Why didn't we trade for Brian Robinson Jr.? Because he's been really good." I'm like, the reason why is because we have Gordon, who's basically the same size and probably runs around the same
Yeah.
40 time.
And Brian was hurt.
And Robinson want to
Yeah,
get paid.
he was hurt. He was hurt last year. You know, he's dealt with injuries all his career. His rookie year wasn't really his fault. He got shot. But after that, he's definitely dealt with a lot of soft tissue issues. So you definitely want to trade for an injured back who's wanting to get paid.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something, but we can't laugh too hard about this. He got traded to San Fran, and the dudes were in the comment section talking about him and their wide receiver Pearl gonna be walking out the mini
Him and
man.
Farrell. Yeah, he got shot too. So niggas getting shot, bro. It's crazy in the NFL. You better get you a bodyguard. Letting people walk up on you in broad daylight is crazy.
That's what I'm saying. But dudes are cold blooded in the
Oh yeah, the
comment
comment
sections,
section's
bro.
undefeated.
And Bleacher Report, boy. Yeah. When he got traded, they were like, I was like, nah, bro, I can't believe he
He
put
actually
that
did walk
comment,
out the
bro.
mini man when
And
he
you
came
know,
back from being shot his rookie year with Washington. He did come out the mini man. Like it's actually, I'll send you the video when we get off. But he actually did come out the mini man. It was kind of tough though. I ain't gonna lie, his was tough. But now to see both of him, Ricky Barrow and fucking Brian, come out to it, that would be funny. But he actually did come out the mini man.
that's wild, bro. But I'm
All
good
right,
now,
I'm
man.
good, man. I
What
said
about you?
everything I had to say. If you made it this far in the video, please hit that like button. Please hit that share button. It means the world to us, and it doesn't cost you anything. We got a lot of things in the work. Unfortunately, some things kind of fell through this week, but regardless, we're still gonna give you this great content. I'm still had a great time talking to my best friend in the whole wide world. If you are new here, subscribe. Stick around. See what we're about. Leave a comment. We love when guys leave comment. We'll any subject about something we'll talk about it. Just let us know in the comment section. We also talk back. We're not those people that just ignore you. We love to engage with you guys. Also share that helps as well. But please subscribe, please share, and please like for us. That means the world to us. Any thing you want to add, Money? I normally tease you and say charitable events. Anything you want to add today?
No, I'll say I agree with Jay. He like, comment, and subscribe, and we appreciate all you all. We appreciate all the comments and the likes, and we're gonna have to probably put out some more shorts for you all because it seems like you all are really
Yes.
enjoying the shorts. Also,
All right, I think that will do it. Until the next one, I'm Jace HD.
I'm
Peace.
Money. Take it easy, y'all.